big screen especially. It's really, you know, what's interesting is when we did that little presentation, I was pretty heavy. I was overweight, and these guys thought that was, you know, funny. You know, that I was, you know, the mayor was jolly, and then when the series rolled around, I had lost a lot of weight and got
300 pounds.
I lost about 300 pounds. Got really buffed, and so this is the first show I've ever done in my life where I've actually had to be padded. Any other show, they're like, no, your padding's fine. You don't. But on this show, they actually had to pad me. And the hair, interesting little side note here for you folks here. I did a little movie years ago called Cabin Boy. Thank you, stop. And in that movie, I wore a hairpiece, and the top part of that is that hairpiece. The back part of it is an addition to that hairpiece. So there's a lot of history to that mullet, just so you know.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm learning a lot tonight for the first time.
Well,
I did
you know what?
not know
You
that,
and I have
Chris.
never talked before.
It's true.
We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of scenes together.
No, we don't.
So,
and even when we did have those scenes, we barely spoke to each other.
No, we avoided each other as much
Dan
as
doesn't
possible.
like to make eye contact when he's with
I don't like
with
to make eye
No.
contact with anybody. No, it's not
Yeah.
done.
No.
I
Yeah.
understand.
The show is as much about the Roses coming to this small town and getting used to, you know, having to get used to each other and this small town, as it is the townies getting used to them, because, you know, they're like aliens to us. So I think you see growth in our relationships, and even between Eugene and myself, I think there's some growth that develops there. Wouldn't you put it that way? In those
Not
words?
on a personal level, but in the show, certainly.
But yeah, I guess that would be the best. You know, I don't want to give anything away. Let me put it this way: you're going to see me eat a lot in this episode, in this series.
A lot of dairy over
There's
the
a
course
lot
of
of
this
dairy. I'm going to
season.
consume a lot of dairy.
A lot of dairy consumed.
And yet you lost weight, so that's...
I actually gained weight doing the show, but not enough not to be padded for season 2, apparently.
No. Oh, they got to get that padding
I really do.
rigged up
I
again.
do. I am addicted to the padding now. That is it for me.
Chris was our first choice, of course, for the role of Roland, and I guess I first became aware of Chris in the early '80s. I guess the first year that the Letterman show came on the air, and Chris was a writer on that show, and then made frequent on-camera appearances as various characters, including the man who lives under the stairs.
Thanks, Eugene.
And his Brando impersonation on the Letterman show, for those who recall, dozens of times would come on and just do Marlon Brando, and it was the most insane thing you ever saw in your life.
Oh, that's
Would
sweet.
be introduced as Brando, would come on and do Brando from The Godfather, and then just walk off. It was insane. So I've been a major fan for many years. I would never tell him to his face.
Well,
But
yeah, I'm
I-
sitting right here. I can hear you. And would you go ahead?
No, I just
to
don't
be
want
good
it to
for
go to
us.
your head, because I know how easily, you put on weight.
Okay, now I'm hungry. Now I'm really hungry.